It's Coffee with Friends, and I am raw to the bone. Come the fuck on in. Happy Tuesday, y'all. Let's see what the vibes are today. Because I always feel, it's going to be a good motherfucking day. Come on. Hey, it's going to be a good day. Hey, wake up. Today's going to be a good day. Hey, let's get Facebook in here. Today's gonna be a good day. Set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. What? Try to pick one thought. Hey, Facebook. And if I make a mistake, good morning, come on in. Ready. Today's gonna be a good day. Hey. What? Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Hey. Wake up. Come on in, y'all. Today's gonna be a good day. Good morning. Happy fucking Tuesday, y'all. This is Coffee with Friends, and y'all know I'm your host, Raw to the Bone. All right. Get your coffee or your tea. Listen, whatever the fuck you do in the morning, I'm not judging you. Whatever you do. I'm having some of this coffee. Normally in the morning, I get on here and I talk about a bunch of shit. Hey, protagonist, good morning. I talk about a bunch of shit before I start my topic. But today I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to read an excerpt from this book that I have. It's called Until Today. Every now and again, I pull this book out and I read something because we're all at different points in our lives. Some of us are in our healing season. But June, based on this book Until Today by Iyanla Vanzant, okay, has June as the month of forgiveness. Hey, Kev SD has June as the month of forgiveness. So I just wanted to take a minute and read this, right, while people are still coming in to the room. June is a month of forgiveness. It says forgiveness is not something you do, right? It is a state of being that, when offered, brings forth the truth of who you are. Let me read that again. June, forgiveness, right? Forgiveness is not something you do. It is a state of being that, when offered, brings forth the truth of who you are. Brings forth the truth of who you are in forgiveness. So with that being said, today is June 14th, and y'all missed two weeks of some good ass reading in this month. But I'm going to read something as we gather this morning. By the time I'm finished reading this, we'll be putting on It's a Good Motherfucking Day again, and we'll be getting into the topic. Y'all see the topic, the image. Oh, I didn't change the topic here. Oh, damn it. All right. I changed the topic on my live stream. But the topic is the image of a man. Let me see. I don't think it's going to update it now because I would have to stop my stream, and I'm not going to do that. Image of a man. What does it tell you? That is the topic today, right? So yesterday we talked about the image of a woman and what does it tell you. We're going to be touching on this all week, right? Different aspects of this conversation. Hey, Mishi Boo. Hey, AG. Forgiveness is for you, not for the other person. Exactly. And so I'm going to read this excerpt. And AG gave me this book. I love this book. So we're going to talk about today the image of a man and what does that mean. This can go deep, y'all. This might be going on for a while. All right. So it didn't. Okay. All right. Good morning, Daphne Spurious. Okay, so forgiveness. June 14th. This is what this book says. I am now willing to forgive myself. Like Mishi Boo said, forgiveness is for yourself, not for the other person. That is not the topic today. The topic today is the image of a man. For those on Facebook and YouTube, I forgot to change my topic, so just go with it. All right. The topic today is the image of a man. What does it tell? What does it tell us? Right. And we're going to get into it the same way we got into the topic yesterday. So just start thinking about the image of a man, the tall man. Some people said the tall man gets paid more. Maybe, the short man is looked at not such a good protector, the dad bod man. Maybe people look at dad bods as a little bit lazy. I don't know. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how men feel, right? How men feel, when about these body types and how people feel about these different body types that we put on you. Same as women, right? All right, June 14th. All right, I am now willing to forgive myself for allowing the shadows of my past to eat away at me. This is just a moment of inspiration, motivation, just something to tap into before we get into the topic this morning. Native American folklore teaches that the crow is a bird with visionary power, whose curiosity sometimes gets the best of her. According to lore, when the crow saw its shadow, it began to stare with amazement. Good morning, Glamour 47. The crow pecked at the shadow. It even left food for the shadow. One day, in response to the crow's fascination, the shadow came to life and ate the crow. Okay? The shadow came to life and ate the crow. The story of the crow teaches us about the danger of being fascinated with the things behind us, our past, the things that torment us, the trauma that follows us, the toxic behavior we that gets triggered based on the past. That's not what it all says, but that's how I'm breaking it down. Right? We are mesmerized by the shadows of our past. We examine them often. We feed our shadows with mental and emotional energy. We can never, we can never seem to move beyond the images, memories, and fears caused by the shadows of the past. We give the shadows of yesterday the power to swallow our today. When she does not succumb to her fascination with the past, the crow, unlike us, has the ability to see beyond the shadow line. The crow is an omen of change with no sense of time. It does not matter to the crow what has happened. It does not matter to the crow what has happened. Okay? She looks beyond the shadow to create what will happen. She determines the path of her flight based on what she sees now. When the crow feathers are ruffled, she smooths them out. If her wings begin to droop in flight, the crow rests. Unlike humans, the crow has learned how to use her past to determine which way she will go. Use your past to guide you. Good morning, Mother. Good morning, Johnny Hill. Good morning, Hearts of Fire. Use your past to fucking guide you. Okay? Until today, you may not have used the sacred crow energy of vision. Just for today, use the shadows of the past as a mirror. Look for the talents, skills, or abilities that you can use to chart your flight forward. Use what you see in the shadow of your life as your encouragement to move beyond an old way of being into a new vision of yourself. Wow. Mm. Today, I am devoted to viewing all the shadows of my past through forgiving eyes. Are you there, y'all? Do you look at the past and you reflect on the past with forgiven eyes? Or are you still weighted down and burdened by your past? It's just some things to think about. June, according to this book, Until Today by Iyanla Vanzant, this month is the month of forgiveness. All right. So just be mindful of what you have not forgiven yourself for. Okay. The things of your past that you are still holding on to, that you are having trouble forgiving. Start focusing on those things. Start releasing those things. Okay. Start trying to get past those things. Forgive those things. Forgive yourself. This will allow you to be able to move forward. Some of us hold on to shit. We do. We hold on to shit, and then years later, we be like, why the fuck was I holding on to that? Be like the crow. Okay? Forgive the shadow of your past and move the fuck on. Okay? It's hard. I know it is. Some of us are still living with the residuals of our past, right? And some of us still have our triggers that come from the things that have happened to us in our past. I still have triggers. A lot of us still have triggers, right? But we have to learn to manage those triggers and learn to focus on forgiveness of the things of our past. All right. And so that was my little motivational moment for fucking Tuesday. All right. Good fucking morning. And what is it going to be? Oh, it's it. No, because we already sang happy birthday. So I don't know why that, but I just want to say it's going to be a good day. Yes, AG. So come the fuck on in, cause what? Mm. Today's gonna be a forgiveness. Wake up. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Some motivation for your asses. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. That's it, and that's all. All right. AG said, hey, ooh. Good morning, blissfully evolving. Good morning. AG said, definitely gotta let that baggage go in order to grow. Right. Some of us, I don't know if some of us are afraid to grow, but some of us just hold on to baggage forever. Forever and ever and ever and ever. You know what I'm saying? Let that shit go, not for the next person, but for yourself. Right? This is what I'm learning to do. A lot of people look at me. Good morning, passionate people, Hearts of Fire said. You know, a lot of people look at me and they go, damn, Robin, you put up with a lot of shit. You know, people walk all over you, or people, people think they walk all over me, right? They do. They think they walk all over me because I don't react the way I used to react, right? When I say I'm in my healing season, I be very serious about that, y'all, right? I can't keep reverting back to old ways, talking about I'm trying to change and be better, right? So when things happen to me today, things that people are used to me normally reacting to, and I don't react, it's because I'm in my healing season. And it's because I prioritize the things that I'm focusing on. Okay. And if that's not priority to me, I push it to the side and I continue to go along in my healing journey. Okay. I can't let anybody interfere with that or interrupt that. Okay. So, people, if you see me behaving a certain way, not reacting to things, it's not that, I ignore things that happens around me. It's that, you know what? I'm choosing what to give my energy to. You understand what I'm saying? That's just my choice. That's my healing season. Sometimes, people get upset at us because when we enter our healing season, we start to focus on ourselves, right? And sometimes focusing on ourselves means that there's going to be some changes, and some people are not going to be used to those changes. And you're going to get, the devil is busy kind of shit. You know what I mean? But you got to keep doing what you got to do for yourself to heal through whatever it is you're trying to heal through, right? Because if you're not good, right? If you're just out here trying to make everybody else good, do everything everybody else needs you to do, make everybody else happy, you forget your own happiness, right? And you forget your own journey. And a part of that journey is learning to forgive the things of your past. And I got to focus on that. That's what I'm focusing on. Okay. Heart to Fire said, forgive. Don't forget. Just move on. Their loss, period. No explanation necessary. Yeah, that's true. But Heart to Fire, everything that you forgive isn't so dramatic that you need to walk away. Right? See, this is where, and this could be another topic for another day, right? But this is some of us are so dramatic, like, we get upset about things and we cut whole relationships off and we walk away from people over nonsense, right? Over nonsense. All because we don't know how to have proper communication, right? Everything is not walk away, right? And forget the person. To me, it really depends on what the fuck that person did. But everything that I gotta forgive, every time I gotta pull a forgiveness out of a hat, doesn't mean I'm gonna walk away from the relationship, right? You know, people, we are human beings, so people are gonna hurt you, okay? And you're gonna hurt people intentionally and unintentionally, okay? Just try to keep the intentional hurt at a minimum. But we're never going to avoid hurting each other. It is what it is. But the one thing we got to do is learn how to forgive and learn how to move past the past. We do. All right. That's not the motherfucking topic today, though. Good morning. Happy fucking Tuesday. I just wanted to give y'all a little bit of inspiration from this book that I pick up and I read every now and again. I love this book. This book, again, was given to me by AG. It's called Until Today. It's not a new book, but you know, these motivational books, they just sit and you pull them when you need them. Every now and again, when I need a little jolt of an inspiration, I pull this book. And this morning, when I pulled this book and I read today's excerpt for today, okay, I was like, I gotta share. So that's what I did. So thank you again, Amy, for giving me that book. You said drinking my lukewarm iced coffee. I know that's right. I made my own. Listen, look, today's topic is, I messed up my topic, YouTube and Facebook. So forget what you think my topic says, right? I, I I don't know how I forgot to change my topic this morning. You know, things be so hectic over here sometimes in the morning. But the topic today is the image of a man. What does it tell us, right? And so I'm gonna go and read the comments, but I just want to get the topic out there, right? The image of a man. What does it tell us? Yesterday, we talked about the image of a woman and what does it tell us, right? You know, we talked about yesterday that some people might look at the larger size woman as a comfort, as a security blanket, as a woman who has good credit, has money, can provide a comfort in a home. And some men or people in society will look at the smaller frame woman as the woman that's high maintenance, that's needy, that needs a lot more care or whatever, right? And so we got into some deep diving yesterday, and there's some topics that I got from yesterday's conversation that I'm going to add to the agenda this week, right? Because we get some interesting topics from this topic, all right? And so this is going to be something that we're going to be discussing um this morning, right? The image of a man, what does it tell you? The tall man. Yesterday, some of you guys said the tall man, and I'm going to read the comments so y'all can keep commenting. I'm going to go back and read the comments. The tall man, some people yesterday said the tall man gets paid more. No, what makes us think that, right? The short man, I'm just going to fucking say it. Guys, don't come for me, okay? Because I know the short man gets a lot of flack on social media. Fuckers, I'm not dating short man. Going off about the short man. The short man. What is the problem with the short man? Why do women look at the short man as undateable? Right? I'm going to answer that. And it don't mean I'm right, but motherfuckers, I'm human, right? So we all got a right to our opinion and shit like that. It don't mean we are right. You know, this is where we gotta understand human nature. We are what we are, and we feel what we feel, right? So don't attack each other based on how y'all feel. We got a right. I'm gonna tell y'all about the short man for me. Okay. Then you got the dad bod, right? Now, years ago, I wasn't interested in bod. I was like, I don't want my dad. But now ain't nothing wrong with a little dad bod belly. But you know, does that come with age? We're gonna talk about all of that, right? What does the image of a man tell you? And not only what does the image of the man tell you, what mental burdens, right? Or thoughts do men walk around with when they are thinking of their image of their body types, right? Because we think women are the only people that look in the mirror and go, I don't like my titties, I don't like my ass, I don't like my body. Some men are looking in the mirror going, I wish I was muscular, I wish I was skinny, I wish I had a dad bod. How are you guys dealing with that? That is all the stuff we're going to talk about. This conversation is not just for the men, it's for the motherfucking ladies too. Okay? So come on in. The image of a man, what does it tell you, ladies? And fellas, the image of a man, what does that image say to you? What are you walking around saying to yourself? Have you ever wished to have a different body type? Don't be ashamed. This is what the fuck Coffee with Friends is for. We are healing and dealing, all right? Period. Okay? Let me go up here and read some of the comments that came in earlier. Heart to Fire says, oh, I read that. Cheryl Lee said, right at Heart to Fire, I think we sometimes get forgiving with forgetting. You wouldn't learn the lesson of the situation you're trying to forget. Right. You know, we're never going to forget because the brain is a big muscle. It's a big muscle. It remembers even when we don't want to remember. You believe that. It remembers even when we don't want to remember. Okay? Trying to find a good spot for my phone. AG. I'm just saying, thank you for that book. I'm moving my phone around, guys. Have patience. I'm trying to find the best spot. Yes, Heart to Fire said, be kind to yourself. Move on from the situation. Some of you guys just hold on to shit for no reason. Stop holding on to shit. It's not. Prioritize the things that weigh your mind down. That's where I'm going. You know, I suffer from anxieties, y'all. Y'all know that. Y'all been rocking out with me for 2+ years. I suffer from anxieties. And, you know, some of the shit I talk about on here, people be like, oh my God, I can't believe you said that. Why? I tell my truth on this show. Sometimes some people listen to the shit that I tell and they be like, that's embarrassing. Is it? Is it embarrassing that I'm telling somebody something about myself that might help somebody else? No, I don't think so. Right? So with me certain anxieties, one of the things is with anxieties, if anybody out there suffers anxiety, sometimes once you're triggered, you can't calm the anxiety down. And then you start to worry about everything. Everything starts to become a worry. So because I suffer from anxieties, I am learning how to place things in priority order. I can't worry about everything. I can't because it's not good for my mental health. It's not good. Right? So some people would take that as I don't give a fuck. And it's not that I don't give a fuck, but I have to give a fuck about me first. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of motherfuckers on the outside would be like, oh, she don't give a fuck about my feelings, or she don't give a fuck about me, or she don't give a fuck about me. It's not that. Some people are dealing with things that other people don't even know that they're fucking dealing with. And people have to figure out how to manage their own mental health. Okay, before stepping out in the arena and battling any other battles. And that's where I'm at. I'm not trying to have people ruffle my feathers unnecessarily. Okay. Heart to Fire says, I'm letting y'all know for the men today, staying on topic, I need a man to have the face of AG and the body of Method Man, or the combination of both. Don't deny me. What the fuck? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, Heart to Fire, the image of a man. What does it tell you? Heart to Fire said, fuck this. I am staying on topic today. I need a man to have the face of AG. The face of AG and the body of Method Man, or a combination of both. Deny me. The love it. I love it. Heart to Fire. I love it. All right. I'm throwing that into the atmosphere. What are you doing, Hot to Fire? You manifesting that shit? You manifesting the face of AG and the body of Method Man. Damn. Hey, Madison. Good morning. Good morning, Soulful BBW. Uhu said, I let go of a lot of baggage, but I'm still the bag lady in my Erica Badu voice. And that's okay, Uhu. That's okay, ooh. But the mere fact that you said you let go of a lot of baggage, hopefully you're still working on letting go baggage, right? This is not something that you could just drop overnight, drop all your bags in and keep it moving. That's not how this works. That's not how any of it works. So that's honest. That's very honest. All right. I cannot date anyone 5'1", feeling all unsafe. Okay, Hearts of Fire. Now we are on topic. The image of a man. What does it tell you? So Hearts of Fire says, I cannot date anyone 5'1", feeling all unsafe. Why do we automatically assume? Okay, and this topic is not just for the ladies, it's for the fellas too. Guys, because I know some of you guys get the short end of the stick because a woman might look at some of y'all and be like, oh, he too skinny or he too short. What the fuck? He's too little. Like, what do we see when we see the image of a man? How are we choosing our men? What reasons are we choosing these type of men? And are our reasons valid? Even though there are preferences and we can pick anything we the fuck want because it's our preference. But let's just deep dive a little bit, right? For the sake of the show. Okay, so Hearts of Fire said, I can't date anyone 5'1". I'm feeling all unsafe. Well, Hearts of Fire, I'm kind of there with you. No, I'm there. I'm not kind of there. And I'm sorry, guys. It's not anything to be negative, right? If you wait, I'm gonna take a pause real quick. If you're on IG, give me the motherfucking hearts. All right. Let me know that you love me. I show the fuck up here for free. Okay. And if you are on YouTube, give me the like. All right. You guys did good yesterday. I was short about 7 likes, but that's okay. You guys are getting better with the likes on YouTube. Hit like on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, say, hey, motherfuckers, don't just keep scrolling by. Y'all see me. Okay. Hey, Jello, good morning. So back to the men feeling unsafe. Why do women feel unsafe with dating a short man? Okay. Now, y'all motherfuckers that been rocking out with me for 2 years, y'all heard the story, right? And I don't mean for my stories to be hilarious, but some of these shits be like, okay. Now, I put my hand in the bag and I fought against my preference at one point in my life. And I said, okay, I'm going to date this little shorty wop, okay? He about my height, maybe an inch taller than me. I always wore heels in my younger days. For me, to have my heels, I was always taller than him, right? He was a great guy. Great guy. We're still friends to this day. I talk about this shit all the time. He don't even get mad. He don't get mad. You know why? Those are people that know me. When people like that know that I talk about the incidences that are very embarrassing shit, they still love me, right? Because they know that I'm doing it with love. The fuck. We went to the movies, White Plains, movie theater. Some of y'all heard this story before, right? White Plains movie theater. And the motherfuckers that heard this story before, y'all know the shit is true because I'm telling it again. Okay. White Plains movie theater. I'm telling my age because that movie theater is not there anymore. Right off the Bruckner. They were one of the first movie theaters in my time, in my experience, that put up metal detectors. So we're on the line to go through metal detectors, and we're like at the theater like at 10 o'clock at night. I'm not trying to Spanish folks, but I'm in for the Spanish folks just a little bit, right? So you know how Spanish people, they come to the movies at night and they bring all their kids. Okay, bring all their kids. We stood online, got some popcorn. My boyfriend was I said he was short, right? Got some popcorn. I'm gonna speed up the story a little bit. We can ready go through the thing to go to our movie, and Spanish couple and all their baby kids was standing there, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I said, I said, "Excuse me." Nobody fucking moved. Nobody. They act like they didn't fucking hear me. I said, "Excuse me," and so I could be indignant. Okay, excuse me. They still ain't hear me. The wife said, "Babe," she said, "Excuse me." This ignorant asshole said, "Well, she could figure out how to get around." So here I go. Squeeze past their kids, and I'm talking shit. I was like, oh, these motherfuckers, or whatever the case may be, they getting on my nerves, or whatever the case may be. And I walk past cussing these Spanish people out, right? But they didn't pay me no mind. They didn't pay me no mind. None at all, right? They just said the bitch is crazy. Well, as soon as my man opened his mouth, here come the husband. So I'm thinking, shit, my man was half Chinese and half Jamaican. I was like, oh my God, between the bobsled moves and the karate chopping, I know you gonna kick this motherfucker's ass. Now come the fuck on. You mix with 2 skills. The fuck? Okay. So they get to the man mushed my man's head like this. And I said, wait a minute. You gonna let him mush you? Here I go. You gonna let him mush you? Damn. Right? They start fighting. But before my man could get off a punch, this Spanish guy picked up my man by his jacket, swung him around like we were in a fucking Bugs Bunny cartoon, beat his ass, and the bouncer, I'm sitting on the garbage can, and people are around going, ooh, that's your man. That's your man. I was so fucking embarrassed. The bouncer threw us out the movie theater. So the point here is I'm traumatized. I not dated a short man since the fucking White Stone movie theater thing. As a matter of fact, since then, all my men been 6 feet and above. Except my last husband. He was 5'11", but where he wasn't 6 feet and above, he was big like this. Cause I was like, you know what? I'm not fucking around with this fucking shit no more. My man got beat the fuck up in the movie theater in front of all these motherfuckers at 10 o'clock at night. Then we got thrown out. He had 2 motherfucking black eyes. And then not only did we get thrown out, he walked us right back into the theater and said, no, I paid for these tickets. We're going to watch the movie. I said, how the fuck can you see? You got 2 black eyes. How the fuck can you see? He was like, I don't care. We going in. So not only did he get beat up, I had to go back in and watch a movie for the next 2 hours with 2 big old black eyes. Okay. So ever since then, not to say anything negative against short guys, because I don't feel safe. Now, fellas, how you feel about what I just said? The fuck? I don't feel safe. So it's not that I don't like fucking with short guys. I just don't feel safe. But is that true? Are we saying that all short guys can't protect us? Is that what we're saying? Hearts of Fire says, what I want is not what I usually fall in love with, though. Explain, Hearts of Fire. What is it you want, and what did you find in your experience that you fell in love with? AG, don't be dead. Wait, Jello, I know from your Spanish listener. I know, Jello. Don't hold it against me. I was young. I'm just saying that's my true story. The fuck? Listen, okay? That is my true story. And I've told that before. And ever since then, I don't fuck with short men. But is that fair to these short men out here? It don't mean that all short men can't protect us and provide for us, y'all. Right? Hey, Lala. Johnny Hill said, I don't think short men get the short end of the stick. No pun intended. I think it's when the short man has a short man complex that turns people off from them. Okay. So not necessarily that the short man gets the short end of the stick. It's when they have the short man complex. What is that short man complex? What the fuck is that? Anybody on here got the short man complex, or anybody on here, any man on here that once looked in the mirror? Now, yesterday, somebody on here said they wanted to be muscular. Was that Protagonist? But for some reason, his fucking ass just stay skinny. So I want to know from a mental space, when you're that man and you look in the mirror and you say to yourself, oh, I wish I was taller, or I wish I was bigger. How does that play on your mental space? Because I know women go through it. How does it play on the male mental space? And for those that think that tall men get paid more, who on here wants to confirm or deny? Tall men get paid more. Why do we think tall men get paid more money in the office? I'm asking. Protagonist says, once a girl says I'm too short, I just let them believe they can find better. What? Too short. Women, when we say men are too short, what the fuck do we mean? When I say it, it means that if I put my heels on and I'm looking at the top of your head. See, but in all fairness, I'm short, guys. For real. Y'all have to understand where I'm coming from. A lot of people look at my pictures. I have gotten a couple of inboxes and people have said to me, how tall are you? And I'll be like 5'2". They be like, what? Your pictures, you look tall. Angles. The fuck? I put my camera low sometime. The fuck? Like how they do Wesley Snipes. Okay? They film him from the bottom to make him look tall. Y'all thought that motherfucker was tall when he was playing that vampire, right? Wait. Y'all thought he was tall? No. Okay? So I'm short. I'm 5'2". So come now. Anybody shorter than me, they own a person. I'm just saying. I don't know, Hearts of Fire. Protect. My ex told me she didn't feel safe because she never saw me fight. And when she hit me, I didn't beat her ass. Wait a minute. My ex told me she didn't feel safe because she never saw me fight. And when she hit me, I didn't beat her ass. I'm 250 and can box and lift 300 plus. Don't let my clownish ways fool y'all. Why did she say she didn't think you could fight? She got that based on how you look? Because I think a lot of us look at each other and we go, this person can't do that, or that person can't look, or that person can't fight, or that person can't this. Why do we do that? Right? And then how do you feel about your specific body image? Right? Are you comfortable with your body image, or did you wish for a different body type? Amazon 46 Triple D said, I know some men who are short that would kick the shit out of bigger dudes. But hey, for some reason, women feel taller a man, the safer he will keep her. Mm. The taller the man, the safer he will keep her. Is that true though, y'all? Y'all ever see a tall man get his ass kicked? Wait, Ghost 95 said it was me. It was you what? Fire One says, what? I'm short and I love beating guys 6 feet. It was fun for me. Remember, I was Decep's Drop Zone was my name. You know what? So the Fire One, do you have the Napoleon syndrome though? Do you have the Napoleon syndrome? Or no? No? I'm just asking. Okay. Listen, where's McCliver? Because McCliver, I have watched, he's not on muscular. Oh, that was Ghost 95 with the muscular thing, but I'm skinny. All right. So Ghost 95, I was getting ready to say McCliver is not on here today, but McCliver, I remember when I met McCliver. Okay. He was skin T. Okay. Skin T. Fire One, you know. Fire One knows McCliver as well. He was skinny at one point, right? And then he dedicated himself to be muscular. I don't know what it is. These men feel like they need to be muscular to be attractive. Some men, right? And so he worked hard years and that motherfucker got big and buff. But the one thing about the natural petite man or skinny man is that once they stop the fuck working out, guess what the fuck happens? They automatically drop and go back to fuck skinny. So that's what the fuck happened to Clive. He's back down, thin and trim again. All right. But now he's back in the gym working it out to be muscular. What is it that makes men want to push themselves to the far bar to be muscular? What is it? Is it that you feel that what? What is muscular going to give you that you feel skinny is not? I'm asking. I'm asking. And ladies, when you pick your man, what is your preference for a man? And how did you get to that preference? For me, I don't think I had a preference as strong as I have a preference now before my boyfriend got beat up in Whitestone Theater. Okay? Before that, I didn't really have a preference, but that gave me a PTSD. That gave me some kind of anxiety, y'all. And since then, I think how I pick my men is based on that experience in the movie theater. I know that's weird and shit, but ever since then, I was like, nah. I need my man to be tall. I need him to have a look like, don't fuck with it. Don't say nothing. Like, and my tall men that I have been with, they were all quiet, go out. They don't barely say shit. Okay. But I ain't never had, but also I'm traumatized to the point where I don't open my mouth and be cussing motherfuckers out no more in public because I'm traumatized. I'm scared. I don't want to get my man beat up no more, y'all. I don't. So I'm very careful as to what the fuck I say when I'm out there in public. Ghost 95 said it's a confidence builder for a lot of people. I'm going to hang there for a minute, Ghost 95. I like that. It's a confidence builder for a lot of people. That's no different than you ladies. That's no different than you ladies. When the ladies start working out and they start seeing progress in their body, they start seeing the stomach get snatched in, they start seeing the legs getting firm and shit like that. They start seeing the that they can get into the outfit or the bathing suit that they've been trying to get into, and it builds a level of confidence. But are we building a level of confidence based on our physical nature, right? Are we also attending to our mental at the same time, right? And who are we trying to please when we say it's a confidence builder? When these men are out here building muscles and shit like that, and we say it's a confidence builder, is it a confidence builder so that they can feel confident going out in the world and being who they are, right? Or is it something that you personally aspired for, no matter what the external environment sees or likes? Right? That's a good one. When you say it's a confident builder, who are you building the confidence for, yourself or for how others see you? I'm asking. And that question is for the ladies as well. Hi, I am Cinta. Hey, the general. When you pick your men, what is and about something, lady, the image of a man. What does it tell us? My preferences have changed multiple times over the years. I started out liking the real high yellow man. Okay. Thin, like my baby daddy. I went to the dark skinned man. Didn't care how tall or short he was. Then my boyfriend got beat up. Then I was like, no, I'm only dealing with tall men or big buff men. Right. But, ultimately, the image of a man removed from me anyway. And this is my truth. I started focusing on the image of the man before focusing on the depths of what that man could offer. And earlier today, Heart to Fire said, I have a preference, but that's not the type that I normally fall in love with. And I love that she said that, because a lot of times when we have these constant failed relationships, right? When we have these constant failed relationships, I had to step back recently and reevaluate how I'm picking my men based on the images, right? And I realized that I'm focusing on the wrong shit, y'all. Now, I still like my tall man. I still like my tall man, right? But when I say the image of a man, I'm talking everything he represents, the way he looks, his job, how he carries himself, everything. And that has changed over the years for me, right? Because I realized that I was choosing men based on an image, right? And not really deep diving to figure out what their core was, right? Because it was all about the image for me. So when we are talking about the image of a man and what does that represent, we jump on here and we go, I want a face like this and I want a body like this. But that's not normally the type I fall in love with, though. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? That we should not be just looking at the image of a man or woman, but we talked about the ladies yesterday, right? We shouldn't be talking about the image of a man. We should be trying to learn the core of who they are, deeper than their image, right? Why are we not doing that? Ghost 95 said, interior, yourself. So the confidence builder is for yourself, not for the external. So Interior Rule Squad, you think that a bulk of these men out here are weightlifting and building their bodies up just because they're trying to build confidence in themselves? You don't think that it has anything to do with the external environment and how other people look at them? And what about in the workforce? Let's talk about the workforce, the short man, the fat man, the tall man. How do we think these men navigate through corporate America? I'm gonna need some of you guys to speak up on this. The dark man, the dark black man, the big black man, the petite white man. How does the image of a man move through corporate America? Do you think the image of a man determines the positions and your rank and how you move through corporate America is impactful based on your image? You're short, you're fat, you're tall, you're a big black man, you're a big white man. What's the difference? The image of a man. How does that affect you in corporate America? Interior Rule Squad said, I think it should be you. I think it should be for yourself, but oftentimes it's for the acceptance of others. hmm You know, people have said to me when I be single, right? I've had some great men, great looking men, great men, right? I had some shitty men too. We don't need to say which ones was the good ones and which ones was the shitty ones, right? But in all of my men, right? When I broke up with them, I always somebody, one person, two people, a couple of people have said to me, "Oh my God, how could you leave that man? He's so good looking. Oh my God, his body. Oh my God." And I'm looking at them and I'm like, this is the image of a man, y'all. Right? People can't, but when I walk away from my men and they be so fine, right? People be like, how you walk away from him? He's so fine, right? And I'm like, yeah, he was fine, right? But I keep making the same stupid ass mistakes and picking my men based on the image of a man, based on what I see. Yeah, they fine. They fine as fuck, right? But maybe that short man that I passed up might have had the core that I needed. Maybe that fat man that I passed up might have had the core that I needed. You ever see somebody with somebody and you be like, how did that motherfucker get that person? Look at him and look at her. Because isn't it more than just the image of the man, the initial image that we see? I walked away from some nice looking men. But then I said to myself, well shit, I'm nice looking too. What the fuck? They should be sad losing me. Right? But what I've learned is that the image of a man, they might look good on the outside, have the good body and have all of that, but I need more than physical protection. I'm learning that. I need more than physical protection. I need mental protection. Mhm. I need spiritual protection. And sometimes you can't determine what that man could give you just based on the image of a man. You got to go a little bit deeper, y'all. Hey, Coach Donovan. Ghost 95 Mob said, but everything we do is for confidence, not just pleasure. Like we all get haircuts, styled, and it makes us feel better about ourselves. True. But what about the things we can't control, like growing taller? How do those men feel? YouTube is quiet today. How do those men control their environment? Hey, one reliable sin. Fire One says, I'm 5'7" and move like a boss. Get what I want and more. I know that shit is right. I think my mom is about 5'6". I think my dad is about 5'7". So I came from, well, my mother's average height for a woman, or might be considered a little bit tall, right? She was a little bit taller until, age. They shrink a little bit. But I come from the shorties. And so I like my men taller than me. 5'7". Okay, you about my dad's height. That's not that bad. I'm just saying, not that bad. All right. Terry Ross said it takes maturity to arrive at that place, Robin. It's a lot of shallow people walking this earth, and it remains that way, sadly. True. But that's why we're having the conversation, right? Because some of us need to tap into the fact that some of us are shallow. I had to tap into that shit for a minute. And I was like, wait a minute, because you know what? I get into relationships and hard to fire. The comment that you rang, it resonates with me because, I say shit all the time and my friends laugh at me. I be like, I'm not going to get into a relationship with a person that has this, and this, right? I go out here like I'm not doing it. And then you meet somebody and you get to learn who they are at the core. and you start to like that person for what they offer on the inside, not necessarily for the outside, right? And you start to change your whole perspective on the type of person that you falling for. Right? Sometimes we have to go deeper than the image. But in the workplace, how deep can we go? In the workplace, when you look around your work office, right? What do you see? Do you see a combination of people, tall men, short men, fat men, black men, big white men? What do y'all see on your job? Big Chinese men. Do y'all have a big diversity on your job? And how does it play into who gets the jobs? Who gets the corner offices? Who gets the high seats? When you look around, I'm not trying to be funny. When I look around my office, I don't see not one obese person sitting in an office. I don't know if they do it on purpose. I don't know. But the image of a man, how does it play out in corporate America? How does it play out? Protagonist says, once a girl says, I'm too short, I just let them believe they can find better. I never tell a guy they're too short. I'm not that cruel. I just won't date you if you are shorter than me because come on, y'all. I'm 5'2". Now, give me a fucking break, y'all. Okay? If you shorter than me, I can't because I'm going to feel like I'm laying in bed with a 12-year-old. I cannot do it, y'all. I cannot. All right? So if you're shorter than me, I wouldn't come out and say you're shorter than me. You're too short. I wouldn't say that. I just wouldn't show any interest, right? That's it. Um, yeah, that's it. I wouldn't show any interest. Um, hey Albany Ware and just me one ways. I wouldn't show any interest. That would just be me. All right. The image of a man, the dad bod. I noticed that lately, a lot of ladies are into the dad bod. What's a dad bod? And who on here considers that they have a dad bod? I like the dad bod. Little stomach. I think that's the dad bod, right? A little chunky, a little meaty around, a little mid waist action. That's the dad bod. Do some people look at the dad bod and go, oh, that motherfucker is a couch potato. He's lazy. Or do they appreciate the dad bod? Any preferences? Because we know Amazon 46 Triple D's preference is tall and muscular. Mm, you know? Tall and muscular is nice, but everybody goes for tall and muscular. One of the things that I say is if I see a tall muscular guy, I'd be like, oh, he cheats. See how I did that based on the image of a man. I'd be like, I know he cheat because I know all the women want him. Right? Oh, he got a good job. He makes six figures. Oh my God. All the women want him. He's gonna cheat. The image of a man. I'm judging men based on what they look like. We're no different than what they're doing to us. I'm just being honest. Jello. Yeah. All right, Jello. You know what? That's not fair, Jello. Jello asked me, would I have dated Prince? He was 5'2", yeah, but he wore heels. So to me, he'd have been 5'7". The fuck? He always had 5, 6 inch heels on. So I might have dated Prince because he was tall on the freakiness. So that was okay by me. The fuck? That was you cheated, Jello. All right, so there's exceptions. The fuck. Cause I said I wouldn't date no short man, but Heart to Fire, you said you wouldn't date no short man either. But would you date Prince? That's not fair. That's not fair. The fuck. Now, if you would have asked me if I would have dated Bow Wow, I would have said fuck no. No, he too little. Now he still looked like a kid to me. There was this guy, and this ain't right. God forgive me, and I hope this guy don't listen to my show. You know, I hope he don't listen to my show. But there was this guy, right? And okay, you know, he was spending the night at my house. I was single. The fuck, I could do what I want. It's mine. Okay, don't come for me like y'all come for Lori. Um, and I was living in New York at the time, so this was moons ago. And I came in my room and this motherfucker was laying in my bed. He was short. He was a little taller than me, but still that short. And he had tidy whities on, y'all. I couldn't do it. I couldn't the fuck do it. He had little tidy whities on. I'm talking about the little white underwear that grip your ass. All he needed was superhero figures on the shit, and I'd have been fucking dead. I was like, nope, he's short. He has a thin, tight body, and he got little white tidy whities on. He looked like a 12-year-old laying in my bed. I was like, I cannot do this. And I didn't. And I didn't. If you feel like I'm rolling around with a 12-year-old, I can't do it, y'all. Don't be little, short, and wear tidy whities. Don't fuck yourself up like that, okay? I'm gonna need you to wear briefs, like the ones that come down to your thigh. Okay, because I couldn't do it, y'all. And I know that sound cruel and everything, but I couldn't do it. I just have some things about me, and that's one of them. If you feel like a kid, I'm not fucking with you. Coach said men come in all sizes, but they don't all treat you like a queen. And I'm here to say, I've had a couple of sizes. And this is why motherfuckers be like, why you walk away from those fine ass men? I'll be like, because they fine. Yup. They offering looks and body. Okay. But how they treat you is a whole nother story. And so, Coach Donovan, you are facts with that. You are facts with that. Men come in all sizes. All right. Men come in all sizes. YouTube, I don't know if y'all are broken, but oh, no wonder. My stream ended. Something happened to my stream. Wait a minute, y'all. Wait a minute, y'all, because something happened to my YouTube stream. Give me a second.